I'm only doing this because you promised me I'd get cake afterwards, directly after.
Yeah, I'm. It's a little project called Mark Makes a Fat Girl.
Mark
Makes a Fat Girl.
Are you talking about your recent weight gain?
Excuse me.
I just called you a fat little girl. That's exactly what just happened.
No. I'm sponsoring myself a little project by feeding you cake.
No,
a feeder. I think we've covered this before.
I don't know. I forgot what we covered. I don't want to be here.
No. We're back into broadcasting. Welcome
Don't
back,
make any promises,
everyone. We took a bit of a sabbatical for 5 months.
Is that how long? No, we did one in January.
4 months. It's May.
Spaghetti bolognese.
I'm fucking retarded. A sabbatical for 5 months, so we could we were exploring our spirituality. So this is now more of a spiritual podcast.
Is that what happened? I think it's just the
I am
will.
not the body. I am not even the mind.
Okay. I don't know. I just yeah, life's hard. It's busy. It's difficult not having a rich family. So if anybody out there wants to give us theirs, I am happy to be a posh English person. Would you become a posh English person?
I don't think I'm from a poor family.
Yeah, but we're not getting money from your family. Like, it's not like we can call up.
We're not. I thought my mom was paying you to keep me clean.
You think I'm making money off of you?
I thought there was a direct debit going from my mom's bank account to you to have me fed and washed. What's that bitch doing?
If there is money coming in,
that'd be sick, wouldn't it? If you found out that my mom was sending
I was
money
getting
to
paid
to
make sure you take a shower. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it would. That would mean all my efforts would amount
we'd spend
to
all
something.
that money on hot yoga and fucking crystals or something.
That is true, actually. Yes. I
tell the folks about your crystals.
Great. It's like obviously very embarrassing, and yet at the same time I'm like deeply involved in it. So yeah, you know what? I like rocks now. I like crystals. I like rocks. They don't talk back. They can't betray you. So I'm into it.
Not crack rocks. Not the fun ones. The ones where you have to use your imagination to get high.
Been there, done that. Yeah, no, it's
I know when you're having a bad day because they come in and you're sitting on the floor and you're surrounded by fucking 24, 48 rocks in some sort of pentagon circle.
I didn't know you could count that high.
I mean, I just fucking, I guesstimate you. But yeah, and I don't know what spirit you're summoning, but they agree with you, I think.
Well, why do you say that?
Well, why would you be fucking with them? Why are you fucking with the occult unless it's your type of occult?
I don't know. I mean, some people
magic
fuck
with
it.
a K.
Some people fuck with it to do harm. Some people fuck with it to do harm.
Maybe we should get one of those voodoo dolls.
No.
Why not?
No, I don't know. Why?
It'd be a tough choice because you're like, what color would the doll be? You don't want it to be like a weird color.
Here we go.
Like, a weird skin color, Don't hear me. It's been
like blue, like
blue. Yeah, blue's good. Yeah, blue could be anyone. That's perfect. Yeah, no, it's been a few months. It's been a few months. So I'm just trying to get back into the podcasting zone. My broadcasting brain. I made a few notes on the couch.
Yeah, I see that notebook covered in. It looks like
someone with a brain injury.
But I went to Switzerland.
Oh, you did?
I did go to Switzerland. That was something. I did enjoy myself. Swiss Germans, tough crowd. Got to say that. I did question. It's weird how quickly you can feel like you don't know what's going on. That definitely happened there. But I went to Geneva. Lovely. Really loved it. We read. What's the book we read? Was it The Unbearable Lightness of Being?
The Unbearable Lightness of Being.
Yeah, that's where it was like Zurich and Geneva and all that shit was in there.
It starts in Prague.
But like, isn't Zurich in there?
But I think he goes. They go to Zurich or Geneva. They cross the border.
I think they do both though.
When the Russians come, very similar to the real world. The Russians invade.
Yeah, except I went to do stand-up comedy, not to escape.
And you prefer Geneva?
Geneva was lovely. It definitely had that vibe where I was like, oh man, I wish I was like high in the 60s. Like,
really?
A little bit. I kind of got that vibe. Like it was so beautiful. Like the lights on the water, and I don't know, man. Like, simple pleasures now really get me off. So, just the way the lights were on the water, you know.
Then you took a load of photos and they're on your Instagram. And if anyone's listening, they can look at those photos on your Instagram.
No, they're not. They're they were like in a story. Let's not talk about. God, I hate the internet. I'm making the I'm making the attempt, and it's so amazing. Like I wasn't really on the internet at all, and I was feeling pretty fucking great. I did join Reddit. Fine. Really enjoying myself on there. You
can learn how to make a bomb. You can learn how to cultivate drugs.
Yeah, no, I like how you can curate what you're into. So it's like my search stuff is like, you know, mushrooms, meth, like without communism, I think is one of them. It's just like women with titties. They got their titties out and they smoke meth out of like these crazy contraptions that never existed when I was doing it. So I find that kind of fascinating.
Well, that's very liberating for those people, you know.
I can't rember if we talked about this the last time we recorded it.
You didn't get into Reddit.
No, I did in January. That was when I joined Reddit.
No one gives a shit. No one has memory anymore. Everyone's retarded from phones. No one knows.
That's true. Yeah. So and then pimple popping. My God, what a gold mine for that shit. And it's fun because I get to be a part of a community of gross freaks.
You comment and you.
I don't comment. I'm more of a lurker.
Yeah, I know. I only 100% lurk. I've never commented once.
I've left a couple comments. My comments are brief. You know what I mean? They're real brief. I tried to help somebody get off meth. He sounded like he didn't want to be there, and he listed all the reasons why he was on it. And, you know, since my, like, number one talking point is healing trauma these days, I was like, you know, listen, man, you can, like, DM me, and I can, like, give you some alternative. But hey, check this out. I found this girl. So she's, like, on fucking Reddit smoking hella meth. But like in the woods, like
they make videos. That's the thing. They make videos,
which I think is
of them smoking meth, and they blow cool. What is it like? Smoke tricks.
I mean, it's just big clouds.
That's
you know,
pretty cool.
I mean, I don't know. It's weird because like sometimes
it doesn't sound uncool, honestly. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, it kind of sounds kind of really cool. Like.
You also see like 65-year-old dudes like
that. Even so I mean, it's for everyone.
It's okay.
Everyone, 16-year-olds all the way up.
I don't know. Like, I
bet you it's not even that addictive. I bet you it's not even that addictive. I just quit smoke. I just quit smoking tobacco. You know what they say about tobacco? It's the hardest substance to quit. I could probably pick up. I bet you I could smoke meth once. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna prove that to you. I'm not even scared of it.
I really don't want to be around that. Like, as somebody who has done it, please don't. Not now. You missed the boat, okay? Really. Like, you're 34?
I'd love if you were...
No, are you 33?
33. I'd love if you were just scrolling through Reddit one day and then it's just a picture of me just blowing the biggest retarded cloud at one at some of you and playing with your rocks.
Is that our bathroom? Yeah.
Your crystals everywhere.
My crystals. I'm like, Christ. No, but there's this one girl. I found her really fascinating, right? Because, like, she's smoking it, like, but, like, you can see this beautiful scenery. She's, like, obviously in a tent. So, you know, the crazy thing about Reddit is, like, you can, like, click on their profile and then you can, like, see. So I was like, and then, like, you know, she's, like, clearly, like, has an OnlyFans and shit like that. So she's, like, you know, and you see pictures of her pussy and all this stuff, and I was like, okay.
So she pays for it.
Well, no, I mean, I was just like, okay, this is weird. So then she was like, read my blog. Like, that's the thing. So I was like, fuck it, I'll go. You know, it's 10 a.m. Like, why not? Let's, some light morning reading. But, yo, she, like, on her blog, and, you know, since we're, like, into this shit right now, she, like, very vividly described what I guess would be a spiritual awakening, right? But a part of her spiritual awakening is like, I'm letting everyone go who doesn't accept me for my lifestyle, which is like smoking meth, I guess.
In a tent.
In a tent. She's like camping in the woods.
Is she camping or is that her house? If you think about it.
Dude, no, but I'm telling you, it's like you can see the scenery behind her, and it's like gorgeous. So, you know, that's why I got interested, right? Because I was like, this doesn't look like this.
Some homeless people are just in their habitat.
No. I was like, this doesn't look like your normal like meth.
We're all really outside people if you think about them.
Okay.
People come before houses. So
are you like hearing me though?
Okay,
like she's like in nature, like, and then her whole blog is like, I mean, she's like, I don't know. I guess like. It's this weird juxtaposition of, like, I don't know, all this bad stuff happened to her, including, like, her stepfather, who I guess was the only person who cared about her dying, and her mom not letting her see him the day before he died, and, like, all this stuff. And then, and you know, she's listing it all out, right? And then she has this, like, I guess, like, spiritual awakening, right? Like, and she describes this energy in her body and all this, like, shit. Oh, shit. Hold on. Your thing just went out. Was it the meth? Yeah. Your cord. So, yeah, both of our cords are fucked up now, probably from unuse. It's, nope, can't hear you.
No.
Yeah, try it again. No, you cut in for a second. No. Oh, Christ. No. Okay. All right. It's
deep breaths. Oh, okay.
Yeah, right.
The tech is
I'm
back.
not the body. I'm not even the mind. Yeah, I don't remember what we were fucking talking about.
She had a spiritual awakening.
Was it the meth? It could. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sure it had something to do with it. I don't know, but like, yeah. So I don't know.
I'm sure it had something to do with it. I think it had mostly to do with it.
I should go catch up on that blog because I was like, yo, okay, like, no, you know, normally it's like somebody's like, read my blog, and I'm like, is it 1999? Like, what are you talking about? But now I'm like, I actually wonder. And the other guy, it's interesting. There's people there who are like, here's my horrific sob story, and it is like incredibly sad. You're like, damn, like that's a lot. And it's always like, everybody died, my dog died, my house burned down, nobody loves me, everybody, you know, all my girlfriends cheated on me, like today, you know, and then they're like, so meth is my only friend, and you're like, fuck, that sucks. But then you have these other people who are like smoking it, and they're like doing it in the way the guy who like the dad we used to buy it from, he used to like smoke it effectively, like, and his wife didn't know. And
how is she retarded?
She was a night nurse.
Yeah, they're never the brightest. They're not like the day nurses. They're not bright, you know.
That's not at all what I was saying. I'm saying she's gone when it's like happening.
Yeah, and it's dark when she's working.
And then what?
I don't know.
What does that have to do?
Or she's sleepy. She's sleepy during the day.
Then she gets home from work where so we've been up all night. She's like been at work. She gets home. She would cook us breakfast, which we wouldn't eat. And then, yes, go to bed. So it was, you know, it's easy for her to, and then like, I think like he would, you know, I guess stay awake all night, stay awake all day, and then go to sleep the next night with her or whatever. And he continued to eat, like, you know, it's all about, I think it's like cool, I guess, like, you know, this Reddit, it's like harm prevention, you know, make sure to keep drinking water and eating and stuff, you know, because it's like really easy to, whatever, all these things, I guess, like, you know.
Brush your teeth, that's important, isn't it?
Brush your teeth is important.
They get bad,
yeah, really bad
faces.
Yeah, seriously.
Don't pick your face.
Don't pick your face. Well, yeah, but I mean, that's a hard one to avoid. But yeah, then you got these people who are like, I use it for, you know, my productivity, and then
they do in Asia. They use it to work long hours. They use pills.
Yeah, well, and but it's weird because like you're still sitting there and you're like I'm like looking at this guy and I'm like, yeah, man, he's like, I've been doing it this way for years, and I'm like, yeah, but like you look like you have done. You've been smoking meth for years. Yeah. So it's interesting. It's
you'd feel a bit better if you were working the whole time and you had money, like. If you're not just smoking it in a garage with fucking teenagers, like a creep, really.
That's what I was doing.
Yeah, but you were the teenager.
Yeah, that's
I'm talking
true.
about like there's a 4-year-old hanging out with teenagers. It's kind of, you know.
I mean, but it was like
if you're hanging out with teenagers and you're 40, if you're smoking meth, actually, I think that's actually a bit cooler, kinda.
Well, you know, it was that parental thing of like, well, at least I know where you're getting it from, and I can keep an eye on you.
That sounds like a joke from the set, isn't it?
No, that's.
It's not.
I mean, it probably should be in the set, but that is the logic. That was the logic behind it. So.
Is he still alive?
I don't know. I think so. I mean, I say that. I have absolutely no idea. I just know, from what I understand, his daughter went to rehab and now works in a rehab.
Oh, wow.
I imagine
she got a job. She was so good at it.
What?
She's so good at rehab, they gave her a job there. Hilarious.
Yeah, I don't know. You know, I imagine he's still alive. I mean, you know, some people, you know, he was a smart guy. I don't know. I don't.
You don't keep tabs on these people.
I mean, that would have been like a lockdown activity.
Oh yeah.
And
if you missed out on it during lockdown, then I guess you don't really care.
Yeah.
You don't really care about people from your past.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I guess it depends on the person. I'm not saying I don't care. I hope everybody's fine, but it's just not like.
You just picked up a rock.
I am. I'm holding a rock.
Which one?
It's called.
What if you smoke these? I mean, 'cause they're magic. They are magic rocks, is what you have me believe.
Are
you
telling the people into a microphone that I told you these are magic rocks?
This is a kind of religious household now. And
Yeah, go on.
I'm just abiding by your
What's the religion?
It's kind of sort of satanic magic cultism.
Satanic
with
magic cultism. That's
occultism, Hindu and Zen Buddhism mixed in, I believe.
interesting. Huh.
Yeah.
All right.
And yoga.
And yoga.
Yin.
Well,
Yoga.
Fuck. How could we take this long off and I feel like I have nothing to say, even though there's so much to say always.
Well, let's see now. Anyone getting on your tits?
People are if you do stand-up comedy, people are always on your tits.
Yeah, why so?
What do you mean, why so?
Is the other comedians, did they bother you?
Why are you trying to...
I'm just being a Dr. Phil.
That's very triggering. Don't say
is it?
Dr. Phil's name in this house.
You don't like Dr. Phil?
No, I don't fucking like Dr. Phil.
Does
Are you
anyone
serious?
like Dr. Phil?
I don't know.
Oh, Mowry, that's the one we like.
Who?
Mowry.
Maury?
Mowry, yeah.
Maury.
Mowry. Fuck, those were good mornings not going to school. I couldn't believe that I could like watch that on TV. That was such a cultural awakening. I was like, what? There's like fucking 13 of these guys. 13 of them, and not one of them was the father. I can't believe it. Who is this guy?
Did you see the thing about the black hole?
Oh, there's a black hole at the edge of the universe.
Yeah, the one that it said something really hilarious about how black and holy it was.
Where are you going with this? I don't like where this is going.
What do you mean you don't like where it's going?
Black and holy. Is this a race thing?
No, it's a black hole. It's.
Oh, we're talking astrophysics.
What did you think I was talking?
I knew what you're talking about. I was just giving it a bit of a fucking controversial swing. You know what I'm like?
Oh,
It's
God,
been so long since the podcast. I forgot I'm an edgelord, and I have to like try and keep up with my edgelordery.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, we should tell people we're doing the Fringe, right? I'm already exhausted. How many minutes have we been doing this?
Edinburgh Festival is in August 2022. If you fancy coming to see our shows, fly from anywhere. Come. If you're in Dubai, I don't know anyone in. If you're South Africa, Durban's a town in South Africa. If you're from there, why not come? Venezuela, I don't think they're gonna have the money. They're starving. They've got like
I like that you're like
economy.
naming countries where people can come from to see the show, but you haven't yet given any information about the show.
Katharyn is
Me?
on.
No, why don't you promote your show?
I don't know exactly where it's. My show.
He doesn't know
if
where it is.
If anyone is a massive fan of my artist me. Me and Richard Sheehy, another artist from County Cork, Ireland. He's a musical artist and also a comedic artist, so a musical comedic artist who runs a very popular show in Dublin called 350. Anyway, me and Richard are doing the sequel to our smash hit 10 out of 10 stars. We didn't get reviewed, but it would have been a Edinburgh Fringe show, that Black Mirror episode with the two lesbians 2. It's the sequel. Can you believe it? We're doing the sequel. Have we written a sequel? We wrote a 2 on the poster. The rest you'll have to come to find out. But Richie's the guy who does the intro music, so you can tell that he's been involved with musicianship for many a year. So you should check it out. And also we have a 350 comp show, which is topical, and they're both on in Edinburgh City in August. At night time.
At night time. Excellent.
The Wee Room at 9 p.m. is one of them, and
I believe that's the Black Mirror one.
And the other one is
the Dropkick Murphys.
It might be there.
Yeah.
It possibly might be there.
Why do I have a better recollection
I don't know.
of
It might
this?
be there. I'm not even. Yeah, I think it might be. It might be there or somewhere else that sounds Irish. But yeah, come check them out for the whole month.
For the whole month.
The whole month of Edinburgh Fringe Festival.
Yeah. Yawn.
Don't fucking yawn on me, isn't it?
Boy, I'll be doing a show with Ollie Horn called Pure Filth.
Interesting.
I wasn't gonna do the Fringe this year, but then Ollie propositioned me saying that we should do a split show, and he's a very squeaky clean comedian, and I'm dirty. But what we're gonna do?
Oh wait, I see
the
it.
Catch is we're gonna let the audience decide who does what set. And so this was Ollie Horn's brainchild. Thank you, Ollie.
That's fun.
It is fun. That's going to be at 4:45 at Bar 50. I'll also be running an all-female comp show called Filthy Funny Females. running the 4th through the 19th at Cab Voltaire at 8:45 p.m. in the Long Room, and running...
You're talking about funny girls?
Yes, they do exist. And then,
my God, this you got to check this out. It's 2022, and we got women on stage doing stand-up comedy. Things are changing quickly. We got trans swimmers.
I'm not done. The 21st through the 28th at 3:15 p.m. at Maggie's Chamber at the Three Sisters.
Why is a woman show on so early? So they can get back to put on the...
I have 1 week where it's early. The what?
Put on the men's working boots and go do a job that a man can do, because they're exactly the same.
Oh, see, I thought you were going to say put the lipstick on the men and spank them, because that's
I thought you were going to say put on the food for fucking dinner.
Okay.
To be honest.
Well, who made dinner tonight? I think it was you little bitch.
Most of the best chefs in the world are males. Let that sink in. I'm going to start saying that.
I'm going to cut your
I'm going to start saying that for no reason. Let that sink in.
Sink in.
I'll say it randomly to people.
I say that in my set.
Yeah, but I'm going to say it when it makes no sense.
No, do I say that? I don't even know. It doesn't fucking matter. What is stand-up comedy?
Thanks for the later. No, thank you. Let that sink in.
Yeah. And then I'm going to be doing, this is fun, I'm going to be hosting Bumble Me Tinders.
That was Patrick Melton's show back in...
well, it's...
2019. What happened to Patrick? Did he die of obesity or?
I think he got married.
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah.
That's like 100% better than like dying of a heart attack.
True. So, yeah.
I wonder
That's
if he's
going to be
at
at the
the
Pear
Fringe.
Tree. I don't think so. Otherwise, I wouldn't be hosting that show.
Ah, interesting.
Interesting.
Okay.
And, you know, there's going to be some other shit in between. It's going to be fun.
And you're doing the Brighton Fringe as well, I've heard?
I've been doing that. Yes, I actually had a surprisingly nice first 2 shows.
So what's it like doing in Brighton? I mean, full of gays, obviously. What else?
Mm-hmm.
Nice water and
It's
beach?
my heaven.
Yeah?
Yep. The beach is nice. It's full of rocks.
Was there like kind of gays at the shows? Could you feel the vibe?
Yeah, I could feel the vibe. I love the vibe.
Yeah? A
Yeah.
lot of gin and tonics.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
Anal
Butt sex, yeah. And
yeah.
I was into it. Yeah, they're good audiences. I went there thinking I would lose money, and that's not what happened. So look at that.
Yeah, maybe I should get down there, at some point.
Well,
I just want to see the...
as soon as you come out, I think
seaside.
you'll be allowed.
I was actually thinking about this. I said it on stage. No one really laughed. But I can't wait till it gets like super... Excuse me?
What?
I can't wait till it gets so progressive that like I was like, you're coming out to your mom and dad like, Mom and Daddy, I'm a pedophile. You know? Like, and then they're like...
You know, there's that comic that ended up being a pedophile. And
yes.
And now
That's great.
I have been here too long because I now say pedophile like pedophile.
I say pedophile.
I used to say pedophile. I just said pedophile. I believe it's pedophile. Just like Nike is Nike and aluminum is aluminum.
Aluminium.
Yeah, we're not doing that.
Anyway, yeah, that is interesting. Because you never met him. I thought you met him.
I didn't meet him. He
did meet
booked
him.
me on his weird little bar show, and he wasn't there.
Did not seem like a pedophile one bit to me.
They never do. We always make fun of the people who aren't pedophiles, who just look like pedophiles.
Nah, I know what I think of it. He could, but he was an online.
But he joked about it a lot, and so do you.
I know. He's ruined my theory that people who get offended by pedophile jokes are secret pedophiles. That was the theory that I had, like, for the last time someone said that joke's not funny, I was like, yeah, but maybe, have you ever looked at who you are and what you were looking up on the internet? And they're like, what? And I'm like, let that sink in.
Wow.
How about that? But yeah, so sometimes you just don't know who you're dealing with, Katharyn.
You never know who you're dealing with. I'm reading that book, The Psychopath Test.
Yes.
What book did I read just before that?
You read
Wasn't it Daddy Wilson?
I don't know if
it was Cosmic Trigger. I finished Cosmic Trigger.
You came home fucking crying.
Ugh, God, yeah,
at the end of the book. I told you the end of the book was sad.
You did. He told me, he was like, it's sad, and he was like, sad for him, but not like, because I was like nervous, because like the book doesn't feel sad at all. Boy, was that sad. I started crying on the fucking train. I was like, boy, it's been a while. Because
none of the book is really, he doesn't, it's all happy emotions for this guy, and then he kind of just...
Because he did all that work on his heart chakra.
Yeah, he drops in at the end.
Brutal.
Well, we've been doing a lot of chakra work in the last few months,
Have we?
I have.
Oh yeah, do tell. I'm pretty sure I just told you what your chakras were a week ago. So let's hear about your chakra work.
Yeah, I'm trying to rewire my neural circuits to boost my crown chakra, also known as my pineal gland, and I'm using
The pineal gland is not the crown chakra.
Oh, really?
Really?
Oh, sorry. Oh, who's your Indian friend?
I mean, I don't think you educated yourself correctly.
It's not really.
Who's the resident white woman?
It's not really about education
It's
when it comes to spirituality. It's not.
Your pineal gland is in your third eye chakra.
Yes, which is located in your
It's
head.
near the crown.
It's
but
located in
not
your
the
head,
same.
and what's the head called?
They're two different chakras.
Yeah. All right. Whatever. Spirituality is not about education. It's about devotion, commitment, sitting still, and drinking in God's breath, which is air.
That's the cult. Yes.
No, we're just on different paths.
We'll
see who makes it.
Well,
We'll see who's laughing at the other person when they burn to shit.
Okay. So it's a competition. This is. Are we in a race?
When it's not
having a race?
have you seen any religion?
Oh, I didn't
not
realize
make it
you
a
and I were
competition?
in competition. Well, I'm pretty
For
sure I'm winning.
enlightenment,
I'm the one with the box of
enlightenment.
rocks. What do you fucking have?
I have a cartridge of DMT. I have maybe fucking 20 grams of mushrooms.
Okay, so you're reaching to external sources to find your spirituality.
Oh no! I'm actually reaching to God's fucking
No, you're
tickets
cheating.
and keys. I just
God's
got the keys.
ticket?
I got the keys.
No, you're cheating.
I've got the keys.
Drugs
I've
are
got
cheating.
the secret. I've got the means.
What's the secret?
To another place. I've got the keys.
I don't know.
I've got the secret.
What is
I've
this?
got it's a fucking 90s song.
Who sang that
I
song?
don't know.
You don't even.
I don't even know the next sentence.
I don't even. Well, how about you ask God? Maybe He'll tell you.
Yeah, well, my God keys are stashed around the apartment
My God, keys.
to unlock my fucking my
guess who's-
spiritual mode.
Guess who's doing it without drugs? So, did you know true spirituality and awakening? There is no team. There is no game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the fucking Pope or something.
Mhm.
Yeah, good luck. Good
What?
luck with your fucking. With your. I have a more South American Far East style of spirituality, while you have some sort of kind of American crystal.
American crystals.
Crystal.
That's American, is it?
Well, you're American and they're crystals, so yeah, 2 out of 2 for me there. Let that sink in.
Interesting. Okay.
And
and yours is just
it's kind of Aztec-y.
Aztec-y.
Yeah, but
I see you on Reddit on the DMT subreddit. Yours is more what is it? Incel based.
No, I like to call it fucking cosmic hippie.
Cosmic. You're identifying as a cosmic
hippie, yeah.
How do you figure
Cosmic hippie Buddhist.
cosmic hippie? You don't
Zen cosmic hippie.
You
Zen
don't-
cosmic hippie.
What? Okay, now hold on. Stop
I'm
everything.
holding on because I'm at peace. I'm enlightened and I'm as still as I'm as
Well,
still
if
as a
you
stone.
were really enlightened and you wouldn't need to hold on. You could let go.
I've been taking this one inhale for the last 30 seconds and I'm still taking it. I can control my body insanely.
Your
when I
eyes
exhale,
are
I can
so
get my-
vacant.
I can get my stomach to retract like underneath my ribs,
I will say you are pooping a lot more, which makes me
which
think
is a spiritual activity.
you are clearing out something.
Demons.
But yet you still possess so much shame. So what's up with that?
Shame is like
Incorrect.
Shame is like patience.
What?
It is a trait given to us from the gods.
Fucking
To have
mumbo
good shame,
jumbo.
you have to shame other people, and shaming people corrects them.
Wow, this is a weird twist. It sounds more like the Catholic Church. Have you heard of it? Are you familiar?
I don't
Are you
know.
from Ireland?
But maybe my church does have a twinge of
A
old
twinge.
school Roman Catholicism, but that's important. That's the only
Mm.
important thing to
I-
have a little bit of shame.
I
There's no shame in this fucking city.
I would say
There's no shame in this country.
100%.
There's no shame in
I'm gonna
Western
say-
society.
I'm gonna say something crazy about you. You're definitely way more Catholic than you are Buddhist right now.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
That doesn't mean it's
whatsoever.
not true.
Oh, sorry. So I talk to a Chinese medicine man every day for 15 minutes.
So do I.
Is he Buddhist? Yeah. Okay. We're drawing on that.
Okay, but that doesn't make anybody Buddhist because we have a conversation with our neighbor.
I've never ever found out what his actual religion is.
I don't think he's Buddhist.
I don't think he's Buddhist either. But he looks it, you know.
Well, he's very
got calming vibes.
He's very calm.
He's very calm.
This is our neighbor, the one that isn't mean and hateful.
What's she? She's fucking.
She's Italian.
Yeah, Nazi Italian.
No. She's like a Dario Argento movie.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
Dude, oh fuck! What? God,
no, she's a fucking
Suspiria.
steaming Luigi.
Suspiria. Suspiria. I feel like she's like the remake of Suspiria, which I believe wasn't very good. But she's home. We can't talk about her now.
Yeah, she's one retarded meatball.
We'll have to talk about her later. Next episode.
Spaghetti.
We just can't escape it. Do you think it's a synchronicity?
What?
Do you think it's a synchronicity?
What?
That we keep having issues with Italians?
I'm racist, so it's not really that.
What?
I'm just Italian.
Not even.
Yeah, I want to be Italian racist, but I've met 2 or 3 this year that I've really liked. Fuck. I hate when it happens. I hate when my fucking views on people gets thwarted by a charming person.
Yeah.
But I'll try and focus on my hate.
Well, if you want that to be halted, come to a screeching halt, just do more stand-up comedy.
I need to do more stand-up comedy.
I'm gonna tell this story, but I'm not gonna say where it happened. I've seen a lot of things. I don't know, maybe because I was so disassociated in New York City, I just chose to not look at any of it or whatever, so I can't actually speak to whether or not it happened there. But I've never seen just some of the behavior in my life that I've seen here at surrounding stand-up comedy. I was doing a show the other night at a venue. There was a comic there who was not on the show. A break happened, and it was like a 10-minute break. I was down the street grabbing some food really quick. It was 12 minutes after the break. Mind you, the show is like, I'm keeping the time. It's mad on time. It often runs late. I work that place sometimes, so, and it also happened to be a kind of slow night, but the show's going well. Everybody's having a good time. And the comic who's not running the show, who isn't on the show, sends me a message, where are you? So I say to the person I'm grabbing some food with, because it was pickup, I was like, hey, can you just bring it back? I walk into the building. This comic who is not on the show, not running the show, is furious, visibly furious. And I was like, hello, it's been 12 minutes. And yeah, fine. I guess I'm 2 minutes behind the 10-minute break they said they were going to get. And this person was like, it's 15. And I was like, wow, okay, I'm trying to not say anything that would, say what their gender is. But, I was just suck your tits back in. Let's just, calm down. It's going to be fine. We're more than on time. And I was just like, what fucking horse do you have in this race? You're not even on this show. So I go to open again. I'm hosting. I go to open. I don't say this lightly. I fucking have a great set, setting everybody up. I destroy. The room is fucking ready. The next comic goes up. Murders, murdering. It's now a kill room. Everybody's just having a good set, which is great. That's what you fucking want out of a show, especially if you're hosting. That's your job. But I get off from hosting, and this comic comes up to me after throwing kind of a mini huffy fit at me upstairs for being, I guess, 3 minutes later than I said I was, so 5 minutes late, whatever. Again, I'm, whatever. This isn't Top Secret. This isn't the Comedy Store. Do you know what I mean? This isn't when it's a big deal and when it's not a big deal. I've been doing this long enough. Everybody's fine, And so the person who is running the gig is on stage. I just brought them up. They're on stage murdering, and then this comic comes up to me and is like, can you put me on for 5? And I'm like, are you out of your fucking mind? You know what I mean? You just free. I mean, you seem bored by this story.
No, I'm letting you tell it. I just want to interject. I would just say,
why don't you interject?
Okay, I'll interject by going, if the show is going good, then you don't need to put anyone extra on.
You don't need anyone extra on. And it's also
you got to think about the fucking money.
You're also sitting there. Yeah, it's a bucket. And it's also you're sitting there and you're like, well, why do you need to do 5? Like, do you know what I mean? Are you getting ready for something? Like, that's one thing. Like, I guess, like, I get that. If somebody's like, hey, I'm, getting ready for my late night spot, which doesn't happen here, so that doesn't exist. Or I'm getting ready for this or that. You're kind of like, all right, I'm happy to, like, do something for someone. But you just want to, like, run 5 of your same, like, whatever, like whatever fucking jokes that you've run a million times. Like, you don't need to do it. You just want to do it because, like, you're addicted to whatever the fuck this is, And I was like, well, did the person running the show say I should put you on for 5? Because and this person was like, well, no, they said to ask you. I mean, I just said he, but fine. So he said to ask you, to ask you, see if we have time. And I was like, why? Like, I'm like, A, like, what? And you just, like, flip down upstairs. And then B, I'm not running the fucking show. I'm just the host, like, did they or did they not? And I was like, well, look, I'm not going to do it because that person did not tell me when I walked back in the room before I went on stage that you're going on for 5. So no.
Yeah, you don't want to get in trouble by someone.
You're
You don't want to get in trouble by someone.
Well, I mean, it's just like, it's not my show to run. So it's like, if that person wanted you to go on, they should have told me that, and I guess I'll, like, eat my own shit if it turns out I was wrong. And they got so mad. And then, because I was like, this isn't the first rodeo of this. I was like, and also, by the way, every time you go up for 5, you run over. So no, double no. And that felt good. Because normally I don't tell, but it's like, who are these fucking people? Like, none of these people have been doing comedy long enough to act like a fucking asshole. And furthermore, even if they have, again, not to sit here, but it's just like, you're not selling out stadiums on your own name. Like, why are you acting like a dick? And even if you were selling out stadiums, you shouldn't be a dick. But it's just like, it's incredible. And I'm sitting there, and what was like a really nice evening got turned really weird and sour by somebody pouting because they didn't get 5 minutes on a show they're not even booked on. I just am like, and it just, I don't know. It's that kind of stuff where you're kind of like, well, water off a duck's back. Like, forget about it. But you're like, that kind of like, it does sour the mood, And I'm like sitting there like, well, Jesus. Like, everything else is like fitting in except like I'm dealing with like babysitting your fucking feelings over something that you're not even entitled to. I don't know.
This is where the spirituality has to kick back in.
I think I'm going to quit comedy.
No, well, I mean, you probably get full-time into some sort of rock cult.
I love that. For me.
Just some place where they...
I feel stupid for telling that story now because I can't use the names and I can't say... I mean,
Who gives a shit? It's just comedy stories.
I don't know. It's just
you're just venting where you're feeling negative and you're...
I mean, there's so much more I could say, but I'm not... about not just that incident, but just about, like, the way it all works in general. But, all in all, I will say... I'm having a really good time on stage. And
that's the more important thing, I think.
Well, you say that's important, but it's like, then you sit here and you're like, okay, I don't want to be on the internet. But I'll make a video because everybody has to make a video. And then I put it up and then I'm like, oh, nobody gave a fuck. And I'm like, like, it really is. It's just like.
We could ask the listeners to like your video.
Oh, God. Please like my video or I'm going to kill myself.
Yeah, do that. That works. That works with a girl in my school.
Really?
Yeah. I think, anyway. I don't know what happened to her.
I think I know.
She had to kill herself in the bathroom with paracetamol. Oh, yeah, you took 7. Come on.
So I'll take 8.
Yeah, she's just sitting there waiting for nothing to happen. The teacher was like, you have to get back to class or something.
I'll just say, like, I feel better than ever before, like, as a person, like, and I won't go into it because, I know you have to see it every day and you're like, Jesus Christ. But, like, a lot of it, there's been a lot of healing, like, old wounds and whatever, and it's like it takes a lot of effort and it's very exhausting and whatever, and then I'll feel really at peace, and then I go to do stand-up comedy, and then somebody there is a psychopath, and I know this because I'm reading the book.
There's also people there that are super fun, so you gotta.
That's rare, more rare.
Not for me.
Yeah, well,
we move in different circles.
Yeah, but you've started moving out a little bit, and I hear it happening to you, and. In this way, I don't want you to be hurt because I love you. But in this other way, I feel vindicated because at least I know I'm not crazy.
No, but I enjoy when I see people's shitty behavior because I'm like, that's like just...
You like being on the receiving end of it?
I don't really give a fuck. It's like, I'm like David Attenborough in my head. Like, I'm just like, I'm just observing this ape.
but David Attenborough isn't disrespected by the animals.
They definitely shoot.
You are.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
And I think you say that's enlightenment, but I think
it is enlightenment. I'm fucking. I'm above petty fucking squabbles. I'm like
above petty squabbles.
I'm a debate. I'm monastic.
I disagree, and I'm not going to psychoanalyze you right now, or from my own spiritual viewpoint say what I think it is. But I would say something in your sacral chakra and your crown chakra is imbalanced.
I don't believe you're correct with that, but
you don't even know where your crown chakra is.
It's in your fucking head.
Okay.
No, every night I'm hosting the whole time now. There's always one or two people on the show. Usually, one of the guys that likes beers that I always have fun with. There's one or two of them though when they're on the show. I'm like, yes.
Yeah, I mean,
this guy's fun. Or gal. Mostly it's a guy, but sometimes it's a gal that's good banter.
Chauvinist.
No, I'm just saying comedy's mostly guys, like.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly tall white guys. That's what I'm finding. I'm not liking that. There's a lot of fucking lanky cunts. I don't think it's good for stand up. To be that fucking towering above the stage. Anyway, I had some topics on the paper.
Okay, all right, let's go.
News just in. Not the best news in the world. Nick Cave, another one of his sons died. Can you believe that?
I'm not going to lie. I don't know a lot about Nick Cave's son's deaths.
Okay, well, the first one was in Brighton. Hello, synchronicity. We're just talking about it. 2015. 15 years old, took acid, walked off a cliff.
Ugh.
Yeah. Second one, Melbourne, Australia. Fucking just out of prison for beating up his mother.
Oof.
Found dead in a motel.
Yikes. From?
No idea why yet. This guy was fucked up.
That's horrendous. How many other sons did he have?
He has like 4. He's lost 2 in 7 years. But you know what? Probably gonna have a good album next year after this.
Well.
Yeah, that's a bit much, isn't it?
Guess we have that to look forward to.
Yeah. So that was this is some of the I have loads of topics here. If you want me to just
I want you to speak into the fucking microphone.
You want me speaking to the microphone? I'll fucking punch your head in. Oh, I can hear this being used against me in court like some sort of Amber Heard Johnny Depp bullshit.
I think,
by the way, everyone at the shows I'm asking is saying, because I do a thing, because I'm a hack. I'm a good hack. Yeah. I'm like, what kind of audience do we have tonight? Are we Johnny Depps or are we Amber Heards? And it's always like, Johnny. And then I make some fucking jokes about her, like, Well, what I say is, I'll say the joke. It's not that great. I go, I was on Johnny's side until she done the shit in the bed. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then I said she wipes her ass with like one of 1,000 scarves.
Yeah.
But, I had one fucking gig, and you know what it was? It was full of fucking comics, open mic comics. And I was doing a 5-minute spot, which I'm not going to waste my time with. And I did that whole thing, and there was no one was picking until some chick in the front was like, well, Amber's been treated badly. And then she was like, and then I was like, oh, another fat pikey dyke just fucking, ruining the vibe. Wow. I was bombing, I'll admit it.
You're bombing right now.
Yeah. Hate crime comes out when you're doing bad. You know what I mean? I gotta get back into spirituality big time. After this, I have to meditate and do yin yoga to clean my fucking palate, my chakras.
And your bowels.
And my bowels.
I think they're both getting what's coming to them. That's my honest opinion. Now, with that said, if I had to pick the lesser of two evils in that, I'm picking Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp is cool, man.
But it's not because he's cool. But it's like, look, Johnny Depp was like, oh, there it is, that young, hot piece. I'll, have a stab at that, right? And
he deserves it. He's Johnny.
Okay, well, whatever. He deserves it. I mean, he's certainly getting.
Well, he's reaping what he deserves out of that, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, somebody like 20 years younger than him that's shitting in his bed. I mean, she's got the whole like, look, when I have a sordid history with women who claim things. I think Johnny Depp. I don't know. I think they're both bad, if I'm being honest, but Johnny Depp less bad. That's my opinion. Now, with that said, love and accept everyone.
Exactly. That's what I've been saying on the podcast. Look into each other's...
I just said that.
Let me...
Your mic's cutting out because it knows you're lying.
Let me outspirit you with more enlightenment that you can't even fucking handle.
Oh, can't wait to hear this.
You feel like you are finding it hard to deal with someone you don't like them, even maybe I say hate them, look them in the eyes, see that spark inside them. That same spark is inside you. That's the same thing that makes both of you alive.
Yeah,
That
but
same spark.
I'll
That
tell
same God spark.
who are you
Oh,
quoting?
sorry. Slam dunked on the spirituality and enlightenment.
Not even kind of, because sometimes you look into somebody's eyes and you see that they're dead in the eyes
Yeah,
because
that's
they're a
true.
psychopath.
That is true.
I'm starting to see that in your eyes.
Well, those people should be completely called straight away in the most vicious way in the public square. Let's get stoning back.
65% of the comedy community would be gone.
No,
65%. That's a number I just made up that's accurate.
none of my mates.
Okay. Well, anyway, next topic.
What else do we have here? I just read this in the
What
newspaper.
else do we have here?
Pretty interesting.
You can read.
Try not to talk while I'm talking.
Try to say something interesting.
A man was wrongly diagnosed with Alzheimer's, and he had it for 7 years. He didn't have it at all. They wrongly diagnosed him. I read this in the online newspapers. And his wife died in that time, and they wouldn't explain it to him because they thought he was just like some guy with Alzheimer's. So he was gaslit by the whole medical
Psychiatrists.
everyone, yeah. Until a nurse was like, "You seem completely normal," and he got checked out, and 7 years later, "Oh no, you don't have it at all."
I mean, that's sort of the
And he
interesting.
said it ruined his life, but I'm also but wasn't that awesome when you found out you didn't have it?
I mean, 7 years. I don't know. I think that's sort of the interesting thing about exploring science and psychiatry and all of that stuff. Sure, as I venture into this realm of having rock friends, I'm realizing how crazy it sounds, and people are like, well, there isn't the science to measure what you're saying. Oh, that there's energy inside the rock, and it's yeah, but that would then mean that you're saying that humans have come up with the capability of measuring something of that nature, which perhaps we just haven't. So
What are you saying, Stephen Hawkins? What are you on about?
I'm just saying, I'm sort of, since this mystical journey has been bestowed upon us, I'm less inclined to just be oh, well, it's science this, science that. If science does, it's kind of all right, well, I don't necessarily think science knows every fucking thing that's going on.
Science isn't
completely.
cool anymore. No, science has gone out the window
Yeah,
since
science
COVID.
is for losers.
Fuck science.
Fuck
I don't believe in
science.
science. Believe in intuition. Believe in just make a quick decision and just follow it through. Just follow it through. Don't think. Just follow it through.
Are you plotting a murder?
No, you have to go with your gut though.
I do believe in the gut. I do believe in because as somebody, I don't know, I was a thinking mind, and I mean I still am. You can't just ditch that overnight, but very well, what about this and what about that? And I definitely think it was all of that was fostered from you're shaped by your experiences, right? So it's fostered by oh, well, maybe I'll plan for this or that or what.
You actually are your experiences, is what I found in spirituality.
You're
but
actually
go ahead,
none
continue,
of those things.
Continue.
You're
no,
not any of it.
you are actually, you're not your thoughts. You just observe your thoughts.
But you're not your experiences either.
Okay.
Well, your neurosystem
well, I just
is built up.
You are not your thoughts. I am not the body. I'm not even the mind.
Right. But with that said, how we react to things can be shaped by our experiences. So I believe I was a very thinking. I was think. Just thinking so much I couldn't even sleep at night. And now it's learning to be in the body, and in fact, you can be in touch with your consciousness, your intuition, with feeling.
Counterpoint.
I think we're making the same point.
Counter spiritual point. Who is the I you're mentioning?
There is no I.
Let that sink in.
You
I
are the I. You didn't get me. I answered.
I gotcha. I'm more enlightened. I'm more spiritual.
You're high on drugs.
Not now. I don't think. Was I smoking a pen earlier?
Hard to know.
I don't think so. Oh, we need to congratulate our friend Ben for winning his roast battle, and he's in towards the final.
Actually, that was one funny thing that happened. I believe I was judging one of the roast battles that your friend Ben was on. He was very funny. He won it. He kept calling this other comic, this cute comic, Joe Bingham, stupid in a variety of ways, and it was very amusing.
I wrote a joke for him and he never said it.
Well,
why don't they just do it now?
No.
Why don't they just do the joke
fine,
now?
you'll do the joke now, and then I'll do the joke I said at the roast about them.
Okay.
Well, and then we'll see whose is better. And it's another competition.
Well, I hope I wrote this joke. Maybe Ben wrote this joke, and I wrote this joke.
God, now you're stealing
jokes. He didn't use the joke. Joe tried to get into Love Island and he couldn't, and I was like, imagine being too retarded for Love Island.
Okay, that's Mark's joke.
My
and then
execution wasn't good.
correct. Okay, and then I was on the judging panel of that roast, and Joe Bingham, the guy Ben was roasting, was wearing like a hideous sweater, like a cardigan that was crocheted. Like it was a crocheted cardigan. Terrible colors. And I said that his sweater looks like the rag Ben jerks off into.
I think we're both.
Well, mine got a laugh.
Yeah, well, mine would have got a laugh.
Well, don't think so. Anyway, that roast was very funny because, well, that was probably the best roast that night, because then the rest of them were just like, whatever. But then the last one was like so bad that there were these two guys in the audience, like separate, right? And one was this guy, he had like Justin Timberlake like noodle hair, from like the 2000s. And the other guy was like wearing this like bright pink, like button up collared shirt, and was a bit overweight and just kind of like, out there, right? And at some point during the last roast, because they both kept saying, okay, so actually it was funny because somebody in the first roast, I think it was this girl, Meccan Roth, she said that whoever she was roasting is handling baldness worse than Jada Pinkett Smith. Mm-hmm. And then the noodle-haired guy from the audience was like, keep my wife's name. And it was just like perfect timing. It was hilarious. Like that was the biggest laugh of the roast. And then the pink shirt guy, so these two guys went up, and this was sort of funny. They were ridiculous looking. Like one was this older man wearing a suit like after 11 p.m. Do you know what I mean? Like a suit. You're like, why are you wearing this? And then the other kid, he was wearing like Adidas track pants and a track jacket.
Oh, I like it.
I know, and like like a floral button up.
Oh, interesting.
And he was like from Europe, and I was like, this is European. Like this is really European. And everybody kept saying they both look like pedophiles. Like they're like, oh, they just look like pedophiles. And then I'm going to suck my own dick again here, but I was like, because it was my turn. I was like, I actually disagree. Like the guy in the suit looks like a pedophile, and the other guy looks like the kid he molested all grown up. But my point is when they took the stage, the guy in the pink button-up, he said audibly out loud, "Oh, Jesus." And everybody started dying laughing. So at the end, when the last roast was so bad, I was like, why don't those two guys roast? Like, why don't we let them roast each other? So this comic who's very funny, Darius Davies, he was hosting. And so he was like, yeah, let's let them roast. So they brought up these two fucking strangers from the audience. We asked what each of them did. I can't remember what one did. The other one said he was a sex worker.
Oh, wow.
And then, the noodle-haired guy was like, there's no sex happening here. Do you know what I mean? Like, they were instantly hilarious. And then, like, the sex worker said, like, you noodle-haired motherfucker. Like, and it was, like, instantly amazing. They were hilarious. I mean, it was better than any of the roasts we saw. Darius was like, there are comedians here tonight who tried. What an embarrassment, know?
Yeah, that's mortifying.
It was mortifying. It was mortifying how good they were instantly. I think it's because they both had a touch of the gay, and, like, I have to tell you,
those fellows know how to have a good time.
Yeah, hell yeah, they do. My friend Derek, like, he called me up. So he's one of my gays in New York. He like calls me, and I was like, it was like Thursday. I was like, let me just call you on the weekend. And he was like, oh, okay, you want to call me on the weekend after you finished your week of university, champ? Like, I was like, okay, fucking Derek, relax. And then he just like sent me just like all of this shit. I mean, one night I call him. He called, and I picked up the phone. I was like, look, I can't talk that long. I'm on like ketamine or whatever, He was like, you're on ketamine? I'm on loneliness. It's free. Like, I was like, Jesus. So funny. So anyway, Ben, I don't even know. Look, I have to be honest. I don't even know if we have Patreon people anymore. I haven't looked. If you're still there, we'll say your name twice next time.
Yeah, we probably, some people own a percentage of this podcast at this stage.
Yeah. You can have all the content. You can have Mark.
For sure.
You can have Mark and whoever his spiritual doppelganger is.
Yeah.
Doppelganger. All right, so just, what's up to the Patreon people.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Okay. Are we finishing it?
Yeah, I think
what
we
time
should
is
finish it. It's 53. 54.
Namaste. Peace be with you.
What are we going to call this?
Spirituality.
That's what we're going to call it, spirituality.
Spiritual awakening.
Really? We don't have anything better than that? Anything more clever?
Well, think of something. I mean,
You think of something.
I'm thinking, like, I need another coffee.
Oh, God.
I'm not going to have another coffee, but I'm certainly having a tea.
Well, it might be a while. We tried.
No, I'm going to keep it going, even without you. I'm going to get
Oh, well,
a guest.
I guess I'll say one more thing. If you're going to be in Brighton June 3rd and 4th, I'll be doing my show there again.
If you're going to be in Edinburgh in August, look us up. Jesus, that's gay.
Gotta go.
Have a good life.